Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video we have episode 8 of our Calgary Flames franchise mode. And in the last episode, we left it off at the trade deadline. Here's what our team looks like. We know Nazem Kadri's already taken a big hit in overall. But overall, like, the team is looking pretty solid. Kempe, Medvedov, and Huberto's up to an 88, which is nice. Like, he's having a great season, 75 points. We got Coronado's having a decent season. And yeah, overall, I would say the team's looking pretty good. The defense could be a little bit better, but we also have Weegar injured, so could be worse. So yeah, I did do a little bit of pre-scouting because I know we had talked about potentially trading Nazem Kadri, and I didn't really see a team that we could trade him to since he's got that no move where it was a fit. So I didn't want to make any trades before because, again, I just didn't see us getting better. Like, yes, we would get rid of Kadri's salary and we would get a player who's not aging, but it just didn't make sense to me. So we're going to enter the trade deadline as conservative buyers, and we're going to spend about 5 minutes-ish and look around the league to see the players who are available and maybe in what ways we can try to improve the team. I know we're looking like we're in a playoff spot, and it would be nice to finally get over that hump. You can see the top 10 players here. Like, McCann would be a good one, but he's clause protected. Drew Doughty is clause protected. Boone Jenner is clause protected. Like, the guys that would have been nice to go after are all protected. And then there's really not too much else left for us. Like, Danault's not really an upgrade on Kadri. One overall better. He's 34. He's going to start aging as well. So, like, there's just not a lot, I thought. Sharon Govich. I hope he's doing better. Because, yeah, it really sucked that he didn't fit here. Would have been a nice player for us. But doesn't really look like there's too much available. I know I went in as a conservative buyer, but we might sell. I want to just look and see what teams have prospects on the block, if there's any back here. Okay, he's not a prospect. Sorry, usually when they have no face, they can sometimes be prospects. So 78 overall, top 6 forward. That wouldn't be too bad. That's in Boston. You got the 77 overall player here as well. So a bunch of top 6 forwards. Nothing that really stands out to me, guys. Okay, here's an interesting trade. So Neighbors is demoralized. He's listed as a second line forward. He's not having a good time in St. Louis. That's why he's an 81 overall. So he should bounce right up as soon as we trade for him. He should be restricted free agent because he's 24. I don't mind this, getting rid of a second and a third. It's not my favorite thing. Like, I'd rather get rid of a third and a fourth as well instead of a second. Like, I'd rather do this, if I'm being honest. I'm fine with getting rid of this goalie because he's just a medium backup. He's played 2 games, so let's see if sweeten it just a touch. Okay, I can throw on a 7th from next year, or a 5th, and see if they throw on a 7th, if that's sweetened enough. There we go. So I wasn't that's why I'm not too mad about coming into this, spending a few minutes in here just taking a look around the league, because we're never going to make that trade and it just gets offered right to us. And I would say that's a pretty good addition to the team. Again, not a move I ever thought I was going to make, but we didn't get rid of any roster players and we got better, so. It's even Duchesne's there in St. Louis, so I'm going to take a look specifically at their team. I would assume it's just now Matt Duchene's the other one that's demoralized here, because his trade value is high for a 79 overall forward. I don't know if Duchene makes sense, because like he's around just as old as Kadri, really. So probably doesn't make a lot of sense. He probably starts declining regardless, even if he jumps back up. So we'll just go back here, all teams. I'll just take another real quick look through. I don't really think, if there was anything, we need to add a depth defenseman. I remember that now. We need a depth defenseman in case of injuries. You know what? It looks like we probably have enough, guys. Honestly, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let this team ride now. We've got quite a few defensemen in the AHL. Somebody can come up if they need to. Mark Delgazio, we'll view the info on him and see. Well, there we go. There's our depth defenseman. We didn't even have to make a trade. So we'll edit the lines now. Really quick here. We'll get Neighbors thrown in the lineup. I hope he's not too high in overall. Yeah, 86 overall. That was a really good trade for us. The only issue is where would he play? Like, let's see, how's his fit? He fits really well in line 1, and that's about it. So that's not the best. We'll see about him taking over for Papasil in the lineup. He must be listed as a right winger. Okay. He just doesn't fit that line at all. And we don't want him to get even more like demoralized again. But honestly, I think him playing on this third line with Zari would be fine. Chinikov can play fourth line. He'll be okay. I think Jake Neighbors on the third line with Backlund and Zari is a pretty big upgrade. We'll see about getting him on the second power play. No, we can't really, because we can't take any of these other guys off. I wouldn't want to take Perek off. He's the only defenseman on there. And if we take Chinikov off, he's going to probably get demoralized for not playing enough now that he's on the fourth line. So we'll just leave him on the third line. I don't think he'll, as long as we win, his morale shouldn't tank any more than it already was in St. Louis. So I feel good about that. Add a little bit of extra depth. Like I said, we are chasing a playoff spot here. Ogren and Hanzik accept. We'll look to see maybe at the end of the year, just before we get into the playoffs, contracts for Drysdale and Coronado. I really want to get those guys locked up long term. Drysdale just having an incredible year and wants way too much money. There we go. Mackenzie Weegar's back in the lineup. So I think we're poised to have a really good end to the regular season here. Yeah, that's a good team. Happy that we were able to split that home and home against them. As long as you can't lose 7-2 to the Sharks. This is the thing here. Down the stretch, we have to beat the teams that are worse than us, or we're going to miss. There we go. That's 2 big ones. That's a tough loss. Gusev gets injured. The AHL team is going down. Man, 7-2 and 7-1 loss to the Sharks. What's in the water in San Jose? They can just beat us so easily like that. Sam McQueen's up to a 78. Not having the best season offensively, but still only 20 overall. I think there's time. Next year, maybe he'll be ready for a bottom 6 role in the NHL, and that can help progress his growth. Gusev, where would he have been? There we go, on the fourth line for Klapka. Alright, so we got 3 wins in a row now. 4-1, 5-1, and 5-2 against the Hawks, the Kings, and the Preds. Take a look here at the standings. So as you can see, we're still second in the division. There's a 5-point cushion between the Kraken. And then there's an even bigger cushion between the Canucks. So we are looking pretty good. It's only a matter of if we fall out here. Like the Avs, that Central Division is stacked. If you look, they're the 5th place team and they only have 2 points less than us. And the Hawks are 5 points behind us as well. So we just need to make sure we win probably at least 3 of these remaining games. There we go, never mind. We set out to make the playoffs this season, now we've officially clinched a spot. I don't want to speak too soon, but I would think this maybe means the rebuild is over. I don't know if we make it this year. Are we just going to miss next year? Like, there's going to be lots of growth. More players will hopefully want to come here in free agency because we're on the up and up. So this could be the start of the end of the rebuild. The Utah Hockey Club fired their coach. So not too bad. We win 2 of those remaining 5 games and we still clinch. And there we go. We've clinched a date with either the... Oh no, it looks like it is with the Canucks. The Kraken are falling out. Everyone's played 82 games. So regular season's about to be over. Let's take a look at the stats here very quick. This video will not be a long one. I will do a more deep dive into the stats. Actually, I'll wait till the season's over. Let's see about the AHL. Because I'm not going to start the playoffs in this video. I think it's better to keep it as its own separate thing. Like we can see, just because I would like to slow sim the games, I feel like it's too much time now. If I try to add that onto the end of this video, we're going to look at probably like an hour-long video. Instead of if we just do, all we'll do is we'll do the whole playoffs in one video. So we won't do a round of video like some creators do. So the next video could be 25 minutes long, 30 minutes long, or it could be an hour long, and that's fine with me because I like doing the playoffs all in one sitting. But here we go. We're playing the Canucks officially. We're not going to get the AHL season done because I don't want to sim any games of the playoffs until next video. So we'll just take a look at our stats here. So Huberdeau had 91 points this year. This is the $10 million player the Flames were hoping to get. He's lost morale because he got injured day to day, so he's down to his 87 overall. But yeah, honestly, this is good. It's been a rough stretch for him, so this was a huge year. Kempe, his first season with us. He goes 89 points. That's a career high for him. 39 goals, 50 assists. And Kadri finished this year hot. 71 points in 79 games. That's insane. He's up to an 84. Coronado, not really the breakout year. Like, you had 3 more points than last year. You're a plus player and you did better on the power play, so that's nice, but you need to step it up. He's going to want a big boy contract. He needs to play like that. So Medvedev's morale must be just through the roof. Yeah, 87 overall, but still listed as a third-line scoring forward. That's a good year. I would think next year is a breakout year for him for sure. You see Jamie Drysdale here. After only 6 points in the 14 games last year, didn't play very much at all. Only 17 games total. Breaks out for 66 points. I don't believe, yeah, this will be his first taste of the playoffs, but that's a huge season. McKenna's rookie year, not as good as I would have wanted, but like 40 assists, 58 points, like that's not bad. You got Backlund at 45 points. Zari, this is one that kind of bums me out here. Only 43 points. He had top 6 forward potential and it just never clicked. He's just a 40-point guy every year. So it looks like we'll be having him locked into that third line left wing spot, potentially as the center. decent enough draws. Let's take a look at Jake Neighbors here. 8 points in 18 games, 1 power play point, only a -1. Not too shabby. It gives us another option in the playoffs to be able to mix the lines up. He can easily go up to the first line if the offense is drying up, so. Oh, Chinakhov had a horrid year, I would say. He was on the second power play and only had 24 points. So I know we just signed him, but with 3 years left on this deal, he might be one that has to go. And yeah, Bone Barn just doesn't produce offensively like he has in games past. Only the 22 points. Plus 10 though. Let's see. 18 minutes a game. I just want to see how his defensive stats are. Not the best. So yeah, his contract's not looking too good now. I like that he's locked down, but he might be one as well that has to move. Although he only has the 4 teams no trade, so we can easily move him later. And Ogren, I'm surprisingly impressed. Like he was, I think he played on the third line last year. Sorry, gets demoted. Only has 10 less points. Only really did 10 less goals. He still had 14 assists. So hopefully he stays as a third line player because I'd like to get him back in that spot. Karen's had a solid year. Arsene, this is his second year. 18 points again. 10 goals this year though, so good year for him. He's only a DFD, so not a big deal. Perek, I would have expected to do a little bit better. Hopefully he gets some growth in the offseason, especially. And maybe he can quarterback the top power play next year, and Drysdale can be on the second unit. If the promises were made will allow me to do so. And then it's a shame that Hanzik didn't really get to play too much. He was in his role as a depth forward, so hopefully he can get a little bit of growth. Take a look at our goalies here. So Dustin Wolf really turned it around. I just want to compare his stats from the previous year. So this was the most wins he's had, the least amount of losses, playing his 60+ games. And he had 1 shutout, and yeah, his first above 900 there, 904 with a 320. It's looking better. Hopefully he gets some growth here, because again, I believe he also wanted a monster contract. We'll take a look at that as well. Oh, weird, I meant to stay in the player stats. We're at goalies here, and then Hildeby, yeah. Hildeby was like 10-0-1 and then lost 8 straight. I'm perfectly fine with keeping him as the backup, just hopefully next year that doesn't happen. Because that kind of cost us a little bit. We could have been a much better team if he wins 4 or 5 more of those losses. So we're going to start here with a going in depth a little bit with the league stats. And wow, Cole Iserman, 94 points as an 83 overall depth forward. Had to be playing on Crosby's wing, you would think. And then there's Rucker McGroarty as well. Owen Beck. You got McKenna was the 4th. 2nd in assists. Pretty good year, honestly, for an 18-year-old. There you go. Harakala, I believe, went 2nd in McKenna's draft, and he was a little bit worse. Nami was 4th. I don't remember who went 3rd. You got Martone, Snuggerud, Lardis, Lucius, Frondell, Jaeger, Issy Kiskinen. Lots of guys finally breaking into the league here. Schaefer. So yeah, I would say overall a pretty good rookie class. And yeah, it's Iserman for caller for sure. Take a look at rookie goalies. Wallstead, holy crap, 40 wins. Not the best stats, but as a rookie goalie, you really can't be mad at that. Same with Costa, 25 and 29. It's not as good, but again, rookie goalies. You got Ravensburgen even. Played 44 games for the Bruins. Oh, wow. He grew really nice. And then look at even for the Leafs, their backup goalie, 19 and 2. So lots of promising goalies on the up and up here. You can see Hildeby was down there, only the 10 wins. So Vasilevsky, 54 wins, not even close to anybody else. Pretty good season for Joseph Wall, 41 and 18. You got Stolars, Wallstead, Shesterkin. Take a look at the save percentage. We'll just press Y a bunch of times, 50 games. So you got Markstrom with a 904, Wolf Second best save percentage in the league for starting goalies. That's pretty impressive. Good to see that. Don't think that gets him a Vezina, but that's pretty good. And then, yeah, Vasilevsky, Saros, Shesterkin, and Dustin Wolf was 5th. So, top 5 goalie in the league, arguably, based off the stats. That's not too bad. So, maybe that Wolf will continue to be our goalie of the future. Let's get defenseman. You got Quinn Hughes, Hedman, and Faber. Yossi Makar aren't too far behind. Then Heiskanen and Fox with the point per game players, and then just Morrissey and Werenski fall a little bit short. And yeah, not too far down here is Drysdale. Not a Norris for him this year, but you never know in the future. So I would say Hedman or Hughes. I only say Hedman because the plus minus is insane. I know sometimes that can be the deciding factor. We'll take a look at the forwards. You can see Kucherov and Point tied for 184 points. Austin Matthews had 177. You got Marner, Pasta, Gensel, McDavid, Hyman, Kaprizov. Like lots of high scorings here. I love to see this. I love the high scoring sim league with high shot totals. Best power play: Kaprizov, Pasta, Reinhardt, Nylander, Connor, Kachuk, Rantanen. That's pretty good. Look who led the league in goals. Pasta had 102 goals. So 99 goals in year number 1, only 89 last year, now up to 102. He's got 638 goals in his career so far. There's a candidate for passing Ovi. Then Matthews, Kaprizov, Kucherov, Rantanen, Point, McDavid, Connor, and Gensel. McKinnon's down there, Bedard. Having 61 goals. Let's see how Connor Bedard's doing. Year number 1, 79 points. And then back-to-back 120 plus point years. He's legit. 98 overall. We'll take a look at the assists. You got Point, Marner, Kucherov, Elias Lindholm. That's one of surprising name. Zach Hyman with the assist too. Brock Nelson. 122 points in Chicago. Oh my. Matt Boley, Draisaitl, Robertson, Matthews, and Gensel. So we're on the 22-minute mark here. We'll take a look at the team stats. We're not going to do too in-depth for this one. You can see here, obviously, Tampa was the top team in the league. They won the Presidents. Goals for. So they have 5.28 goals for. I want to see, where were we? Towards the bottom half of the league. So that's tough. Vancouver just above us. So we're around the same mark as our playoff opponent. Then when you go goals against, we're one of the best defensive teams in the league. At 3.35 goals against per game. So I think that bodes well for us in a matchup against Vancouver. I don't see them. Yeah, they got 3.7. Look at power play percentages here. Tampa had the best one. And we're way down here. So yeah, an abysmal power play. So if we struggle to score goals in the first 2 games of the playoffs, we will definitely change that up. We have an 80% on the penalty kill. So we're a top defensive team. It's just offensively where we struggle, and that makes sense for the kind of team we are. We're 21-19-1 on the home, 22-14-5 on the road. So pretty identical records. A little bit better on the road, which is nice because we're not always going to have home ice advantage if we progress far enough in these playoffs. We'll take a look at the playoff tree. So you have Dallas versus the Jets, the Wild versus the Blackhawks. You have the Flames versus the Canucks, and the Oilers versus the Predators to round out the West. Then over off in the East, you have Tampa versus Montreal, Toronto versus Florida, New York versus Boston, and then finally Pittsburgh versus the Devils. So I think this is very solid playoff brackets. I don't think it's too bad. Like, I like our matchup here. We're going into the Preds or the Oilers. Hopefully it's the Preds. I don't like our chances against the Oilers, even if we are a good defensive team. But I think Calgary or Vancouver is a good matchup for us. I think it's a really good chance for us to get a longer playoff series in and potentially a playoff series win. And that's huge for us at this point, is to get some playoff experience. So take a look at Vancouver's lines here to round out this video. We're at around the 25-minute mark, so we'll probably hit about 30 minutes, which is good. See, they have DeBrusk, Petey, and Fogle. I think our first line kind of matches that because we have higher overall guys than DeBrusk and Fogle. But then obviously Petey is unmatched. And then Bunting, Suter, Vetrano, I'd say we're about even. I think they have the better third line than us, and then as well as a fourth line. So this is a deeper team in terms of overall, but not necessarily offensive talent. Cheadle's coming off a 55-point year, so that's not bad. And he played 24 playoff games. Did they make the playoffs already? Sorry, I'm sidetracked here. I'm just curious. Yeah, they did. They had 24 games last year. They made it to the finals. I don't remember if they won, but okay, so we're coming off it. We're facing a team coming off last season where they were in the cup finals, so maybe this is not as easy a test for us. But Hughes, Hronek, we don't beat that. Pedersen, Wallinder, I think we're a little bit better. And then Myers, Mancini, it's about the same. And then goalies, Demko and Lankinen, so I think they have the edge just because their backup's a little bit better, but obviously our starter's a little bit better. So it's give and take. But I'm really looking forward to next video, guys. I'm very happy that we made the playoffs. Very happy that the start of the rebuild is over. Or the start of the end of the rebuild is here. Like you can see, Huberdeau probably has some of the most playoff experience on our team. And only 26 games. Kadri's won a cup. Kempe, did he win a cup? I'm not too sure if he would have been in LA at that time. No, he wouldn't have been on the team then. He's a little bit of playoff experience. Coronado's up to an 89. That's pretty nice. So yeah, we don't have a ton of playoff experience here. Like Backlund would have some. Keep pressing the wrong one. So Backlund, 42 games. He's the most playoff experience on our team. We're really inexperienced D-core. I think Nate Schmidt probably. No, I thought he won a cup in Vegas. He did not. Bowen Byram has won a cup. You can see Drysdale are seen up to 88 and 87, but he's a young defenseman. It's his first playoffs. It's his first playoffs. Mackenzie Weegar has not played a lot in the playoffs. Like you can see, he hasn't only 20 games. And Parek's a rookie. This is his first time in the dance. And the same thing with Wolf and Hildeby. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's a big step in the right direction for our team. Said the hope would be that we are out in the second round. I think it's unrealistic to think we can get to the third round, and winning a cup is a pipe dream. So yeah, hopefully we get past the Canucks. If we don't, it's a 6 or 7 game series that we can build off of for the future. So this video is coming out on Tuesday, July 29th. The next video will come out on Thursday. Actually, no, I'll upload this video on Monday. So it'll be Monday the 28th. I'll upload it probably a little bit later into the night, probably around 10 Easternish, and then I'll upload the next one on Thursday. And that's probably going to be the upload schedule for now, guys. I know if you stuck around this long in the video, you probably care to know this. I'm probably done with Pokemon content for now. I'm a little bit burnt out on the game, and I want it to be fresh for me when Legend ZA comes out. And when ZA comes out, I will make quite a bit of content on it. I'll be playing it a lot more, and then I'll be focusing on our goal of getting a living dex again. So that's about where my headspace is at. So it's going to be 2 videos a week of just Flames franchise mode. Also, the franchise battle will be gone for, I think, we missed Friday. I think we're missing another Friday. and then we should hopefully be back early August with that. And then when that is back, will be 3 videos a week on the Monday or Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday. I appreciate you guys for watching. It means the world to me. I love that this journey we're going on right now, like, I feel like we're making lots of positive progress, and that's just awesome to see. YouTube, let me know your thoughts down below. What you guys think we can do with this team. If you think we can beat the Canucks, even if maybe you think we can beat the Oilers or the Preds, and just honestly some notes on what you think we should do moving forward. We will have, so it'll be this video, the playoffs, and then the off season, so there will be more time for you guys to get your votes in and stuff. But let me know what you think. Comment down below, like, subscribe, and YouTube, we'll see you in the next one.